Hello everybody, welcome to Arkham Horror the card game, and we're continuing on with Roland and Carolyn in the Dunwich Legacy. Last time we did The House Always Wins. We came away with another 5 experience. We weren't able to save Professor Rice and Dr. Warren? We'll check in a sec. Dr. Morgan. We weren't able to save him, but we did save Peter Clover, which helped get Naomi to be nice to us. So we are now in the Miskatonic Museum. Well, let's first talk about upgrades. So you can see there at the bottom the changes to the deck. We added Dr. Henry Armitage, we added 1 Vicious Blow level 2, and we got Stick to the Plan, which is an exceptional 3 experience, which means it's 6 experience. So what is Stick to the Plan? Stick to the Plan, permanent, exceptional. Reaction ability: before you draw your opening hand, search your deck for up to 3 different tactic or supply events and attach them to Stick to the Plan. Shuffle your deck. Cards attached to Stick to the Plan may be placed as if they were in your hand. As an additional cost to play an attached card, exhaust Stick to the Plan. So, what this card does is it pulls out some cards. So we pulled out Custom Ammunition because it is a supply card. We pulled out Extra Ammunition, it's also a supply card. And we pulled out Emergency Cash, also a supply card. So we won't be able to play all 3 of these in the same turn because when you play one of the cards from Stick to the Plan as if it's in your hand, you have to exhaust Stick to the Plan, so you can't keep doing it. But it's good setup. So this means we always have an additional 3 resources until we spend the emergency cash, which is amazing. And the other card we picked up was Vicious Blow level 2. So this gains an additional fight pip. And it deals +2 damage instead if it succeeds by 2 or more. I think the first one... Yeah, it just says a flat +1. But then this one adds, it'll do +2 damage instead if it succeeds by 2 or more. But it gives you an extra skill pip towards that, so... And I feel like if we're using a 45 Thompson, getting our fight at minimum to 6, and then you toss in Vicious Blow, you're 8. Most things you're going to get that 2 damage off on, so... Right, and that used up all the experience. Over on Carolyn's side, Carolyn added First Aid, and we got rid of Delay the Inevitable because I thought it was more overpowered card than it is. It wasn't a bad card, but I thought it was a little more overpowered in my head. So First Aid, it's a 2-cost, 3 experience asset. It's got 2 willpower pips, and it uses 4 supplies. For an action, spend 1 supply and heal damage and horror from an investigator or ally asset on your location, which is perfect. Alright, Carolyn also has a trauma. Which is unfortunate, but that's why I felt a card that could heal both would be good. So, okay. Let's move on to our scenario, the Miskatonic Museum. Several months ago, Armitage and his colleagues stopped a rampaging horror from tearing through Dunwich, a backwater town several hours north and west of Arkham. At first you imagine this beast as a rabid bear, or worse, but the professor's description of the creature paints a different picture. It all began when a man named Wilbur Whately entered the Orne Library looking for Orlaus Wormius's Latin translation of a book called the Necronomicon. Wilbur already possessed a beaten-up English translation by Dr. John Dee, but it was insufficient for his purposes. Armitage turned the man away, fearing what use the strange man had for the book. Whately returned in secret, hoping to steal the book, but was attacked by a hound guarding the university. Armitage, Rice, and Morgan later discovered Whately's body. A description of the foul corpse, semi-anthropomorphic and covered in fur, with a leathery hide and greenish-gray tentacles, causes you to question whether or not Whately was truly human. Check your campaign log. If Dr. Henry Armitage was kidnapped, proceed to Part 1. If investigators rescued Dr. Henry Armitage, skip to Part 2. Okay, Part 2. My colleagues and I were quick to put the ordeal behind us, Armitage said with a sigh. But it seems that things haven't fully resolved themselves. I'll tell you the rest later, but for now it is imperative that we get our hands on the copy of the Necronomicon. If my instincts are correct, the assailants you've encountered will be searching for it. After all that transpired, I didn't feel safe keeping it at the library, so I brought it to my good friend Harold Walstead. He is the current curator of the Miskatonic Museum. I thought it would be safe in the museum's restricted hall, but now I'm not so sure. You must retrieve it at all costs. I fear terribly what they could do with the rights contained in its pages. Okay. Gather all cards from the encounter sets above, or below. Put one of the 2 administration office locations and one of the 2 security office locations in play at random. Remove the other versions of the administration office and security office. Okay. Each investigator starts at the museum entrance. So let's quickly do that. Okay. Set the 6 exhibit hall locations aside as a separate exhibit deck. Shuffle the restricted hall and 2 other random exhibit locations together to form the bottom 3 cards of the deck. Unrevealed side face up. Then place the other 3 exhibit hall locations on top in a random order. And then all 6 make the deck. Alright, so... Whoops. Alright, so that's the restricted hall. So we shuffle this up. Take 1, 2. Shuffle those up. Shuffle those up. Put that on top. Do not shuffle. And that becomes the museum deck. Put that there. Or the exhibit deck. Okay. Set aside the following cards out of play: Harold Walstead, Adam Lynch, Necronomicon, and ShadowSpawn. Shuffle the remainder of the encounter cards into the encounter deck. So we have ShadowSpawn. ShadowSpawn remains attached to Hunting Horror if it enters the void. The Hunting Horror gets +1 fight, +1 health, and +1 evade for each resource on ShadowSpawn. If there are at least 3 resources on ShadowSpawn, it also gains massive. Okay, we'll look at the other ones if they come up. We'll shuffle the encounter deck. So we start in the museum entrance. The Miskatonic Museum is an opulent and stately building, supported by expeditions funded by the university. Its sizable collection of exotic artifacts, curios, and art has drawn visitors from all over the country. Alright, and what are we doing here? Agenda 1A, Restricted Access. Dr. Armitage has given the university's Latin translation of the Necronomicon to his associate Harold Walstead, the curator of the Miskatonic University Museum. Worried that someone might still be after the book, you've gone to the museum to recover it. Forced action. When Hunting Horror enters play, attach the set-aside copy of ShadowSpawn to it, or add 1 resource to ShadowSpawn if it is already attached. Okay. Act 1A, Finding a Way Inside. Unfortunately, the entrance to the museum is kept locked at this late hour. A security guard is visible through the building's front windows, oblivious to his surroundings. Perhaps you can find a way to get his attention and convince him to let you in. 2 clues. Alright. Museum entrance. 3 shroud, 2 clues. Investigators at the museum entrance cannot gain resources. That sucks. As an action, you can resign. How important can a book really be anyway? As you approach the museum, you draw your coat tighter. Tighter around your body and keep the wintry air away. The full moon drapes the building in ominous bright moonlight. Okay. Is this the wrong way? Is it the wrong one? These go back and forth with each other. Oh, must have done that by accident. Okay, now let's see what we draw. Shuffle Roland's deck. Remembering we already pulled out 3 cards, so it's a bit of a thinner deck. Okay. Lead is good, but we don't need overpower. Do we need working hunch? How badly do I want a free clue? No. Yeah, let's just, okay. That is what we're gonna get. No guns. I tried. Or I guess we did get a gun. I need to upgrade that one. Okay. I guess we could play the automatic. And Lita. And we have an inquiring mind, so we can do some work here. Alright, Carolyn. 3, 4, 5. What do you get? Alright, Peter Sylvester is good. St. Hubert Key is great. Flashlight's alright. I got a plan we do not need. Ward of protection we do not need. Don't need Doomed. Great. And fine. Alright, this is an interesting setup, so why don't we start with Roland and go for that clue. I should also point out here, the museum halls, it's important to read this one. The entrance to the museum halls is locked. You cannot move into the museum halls. But the museum entrance gains action, test 5, fight, to attempt to break down the door to the museum. If you are successful, immediately advance to Act 1B. That also... Because I could just break it down. Yeah, let's try that. Okay. So we'll have Roland go first. So Roland is our lead. Roland will play Lita to permanently gain a +1. Then we're going to try to break down. Where's that? Test 5. Okay. So we're going to play Inquiring Mind, putting us at an 8 to a 5. So skulls are -1 or -3 if the hunting horror is there. Yeah, so we should be fine. Cultist is -1 if you fail. Search the encounter deck, discard pile in the void for hunting horror and spawn it. Tablet's -2, which we don't have. And Elder Thing is -3, which we also don't have. So let's go. Cool. So we have broken through. Now, I don't think that's a move, though. Alright, Act 1B, gaining entrance. If the investigator spent clues to advance, we did not. If investigators successfully formed the action ability on the museum halls to advance, with great strength you break down the door to the museum, making considerable noise as you do. The security guard sees you enter, cries out in fear, and rushes toward the back of the museum. The door leading to the museum halls is broken. Reveal the museum halls. Advance to Act 2A, breaking and entering. Which is this one. Act 2A, breaking and entering. The Necronomicon is being kept in a restricted hall somewhere in the museum. Objective. If the investigator enters the exhibit hall, Restricted hall, advance. Okay. So we just broke down the door. Still have an action. Let's... Oh, I didn't give myself resources. And we didn't set him up properly. Because I updated the map, or the game, so the extra cards are in. Where are they? Search for Kadath and 1,000 Shapes of Horror cards. Not that we're using any of them, but... Right, Roland. Roland would be a 3/3 to get, which isn't quite worth it. I think we'll draw a card. Perfect. That's good. Okay, Miss Carolyn. Let's get the key out. So you're going to have a little bit of an easier time investigating here. So we are a 5 to a 3. I think we can do 2 safe checks here. So let's do investigate. Okay. That's 1 clue. And we'll do another one. That's the other clue. Alright. Did it say to reveal the museum halls? Okay. Alright, so this is a 2 shroud, 0 clue location. Museum halls is connected to each copy of the exhibit hall, and as an action, investigators in the museum halls can spend one clue per investigator as a group. Put the top card of the exhibit deck into play unrevealed. Okay. Well, they can't move. They're done. Enemy phase. There are no enemies. Upkeep phase. Draw a card. Gain a resource. Draw a card. Gain a resource. Okay. So that was turn 1. Now we're on turn 2 with 1 doom. Let's quickly shuffle this one more time. Alright. Mythos. Cursed luck. Are you serious? That set is back. Oh man. Alright, well we've seen cursed luck from the last game, but I'll read it out once. Put cursed luck into play in your threat area. You get -1 skill value during your skill tests. Forced. After you succeed at a skill test by 1 or more, discard cursed luck. Watch Carolyn gets monster. You saw me shuffle this. Okay. We're back. Let's do this. Okay, who wants to go first? We could send Roland down, and as an action he can spend to get a museum exhibit hall out. And then maybe go into one of these two. Yeah, okay. So we'll do a move. And then an action to spend 2... Oh, wait. As a group, okay. So spend those 2. Pull 1 exhibit hall out. Okay. And we're gonna go to... Which one I think would be easier to break? Like, investigate for Roland. He'd probably be good in an administration office, right? Sure. A sturdy wooden door with a plaque next to it reads, Administration. In the hall outside the door, you see a row of paintings depicting the museum's many curators through the years, each adorned with their name and years of employment. Perhaps it's just your imagination, but they look more distressed in recent years. Okay, last action will be move. Alright. 2 shroud, 4 clues. You cannot investigate administration office while you have 4 or fewer cards in your hand. Okay. This office is meticulously organized from books in alphabetical order on the shelves to the stacks of forms organized by category on each desk. A coat is draped over one of the nearby chairs. Perhaps somebody other than the security guard is still here at this late hour. Okay. I do have to get that gun out, though. There we go. It's like, why can't I move? Alright, Carolyn. Maybe she'll go security off, but then she'd be 2 away from him. I don't like that right now. So maybe she'll move. Investigate? Or can she heal him? No, she can't heal him. She doesn't really need help with the clues either. Yeah, so we'll have her investigate. Ooh, autofail. Okay, get that one out of the way. Okay. Enemy phase, there are none. Upkeep. I was hoping to get rid of the cursed lucks. Cursed luck. Oh, I almost clicked the wrong thing. Yeah, Dr. Henry Armitage. He is so pixelated in comparison. Whoa. Well, that's fine. Okay, draw a card. She got Ever Vigilant. Oh, that's great. She can play 3 of her things. So, if we play Ever Vigilant, that would cost 2, that would cost 2, that would cost 1. So she needs 5 to play. Okay, we can build up to that. Alright, Mythos. Extra Doom. Okay, Roland. Visions of Futures Past. Revelation test 5 willpower for each point you fail by. Discard the top card of your deck. Are these visions of things to be, or things as they might be? Or could these horrors have already happened? Okay. I'm gonna pitch... Do I pitch Armitage? I think we're okay for resources, and that's pretty much what he's good for. So that puts me at a 6 to a 5. A 5 to a 5. I don't get rid of Cursed Luck, but this doesn't affect me. Okay. Beyond the Veil. Gains Surge. Revelation, put Beyond the Veil into play in your threat area if there is no copy of Beyond the Veil in your threat area. Forced. If your deck has no cards in it, take 10 damage and discard Beyond the Veil. Yikes. Okay, we're going to swap these two because this one's going to stay out longer. And it surges into Twist of Fate. We've seen this before as well. Reveal a random token from the Chaos Bag. If you reveal an Elder Sign symbol or a positive number, nothing happens. If you reveal any other number, take a damage. If you reveal a symbol, take 2 horror. That is a damage. Which sucks. Alright. Not terrible. Not amazing. Let's start with Roland. Roland's gonna play the Thompson. Right, because it's a new session. I was like, because if you use the same cards, and you don't reload the new thing each time, you'll have to do it yourself. Cool. So that was my first action. Second action, play Emergency Cash. So that gets exhausted. Then third action, I could try to investigate, but I'm at 2 to 2. So I think I'm best playing Pathfinder. Or do I play Hallowed? No, I think we play Hallowed Mirror. So we're going to get a Soothing Melody into our hands and put 2 into the deck. Shuffle that up. Okay. And that will also heal and draw, so that's good. Carolyn's going to try to get rid of this Cursed Luck here. So we're investigating at a 4 to a 2. So let's just go for it. Hold on. There shouldn't be a tablet in here. We don't have a tablet. Where's the... Oh. Select difficulty. Two skulls, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, plus. Okay. Wait, why does it say 17? Why is my chaos bag screwed up? K, 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 K. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, minus 1. What? Oh, there's... Why is... That's wrong. What else is wrong? Okay. Sorry for that. What turn are we on? 3? Okay. What did I do? Got a tablet when I was trying to investigate, right? Okay, well now it's fixed. Okay, so get rid of cursed luck. We get a clue. Oh, that was weird. Okay. That's what I get for like resetting the game, just to add some new cards. Totally screwed my chaos bag up. But now I'm crushing it. Okay. That is the investigation phase done. Enemy phase, none. Upkeep. Draw a card. Gain a resource. Draw a card. Oh, man, Carolyn. Take 1 horror. In your campaign log, under Investigator's Earned Story Assets weakness, record that Doom approaches. If this was already recorded, remove Doomed from your deck. Search your collection for a Cursed Fate and place it at the bottom of your deck. Excuse me. Oh, Carolyn. Okay, well. That's not good. At least we got through last game without seeing it. Okay, turn 4. Terror from Beyond. Alright, so I'm going to try to not look at Carolyn's cards here. Choose one of the following card types: asset, event, or skill. Each player must discard each card in his or her hand that is of the chosen card type. If this is not the first copy of Terror Beyond, draw on this phase, choose 2 card types instead. Okay, well, I'm gonna choose skill, because I'm pretty sure in both decks, skill is the one that's the lowest. And I want to keep these assets and events. Okay, so I've chosen skill. Now Carolyn has to go through her hand and get rid of any skill card she has, which is just Inquiring Mind. And Carolyn gets Obscuring Fog. Attach to your location, limit 1 per location. Attached location gets +2 Shroud. After the attached location is successfully investigated, discard Obscuring Fog. Cool. So now it's a 4, which Carolyn can still do. Still no enemies. I thought there was more. Is it just the hunting horror? It's been a while since I've done this one. Alright, well, Roland doesn't really need to stick around much. But what he can do is play Soothing Melody. So we'll do that. We're going to play Soothing Melody. We're going to heal 1 horror from... Oops. 1 horror from each of them. So Carolyn's ability will give them each a resource. And Roland gets to draw a card. And he gets Unexpected Courage. Cool. Right. Then Roland's going to move into the security office. And that'll be his turn. The security office is a 2 Shroud, 2 Clue location with a double action. Search the top 6 cards of your deck for a card and add it to your hand. Shuffle the rest back into your deck, limit once per turn. Somebody must have left the security office in a hurry. Blood stains the floor under the desk nearby. Thankfully, there are some useful supplies here you may be able to use. Okay. Now, can Carolyn break the fog? Well, first action, we're going to play Ever Vigilant. So, 1 at a time, play up to 3 assets from your hand, reducing the resource cost of each by 1. We're going to play Death for 2. We're going to play Peter Sylvester, which gives her a permanent buff there. For 2, we'll play the Flashlight for 1. That was all 1 action. Second action, we're going to use a Flashlight charge to reduce the Shroud to 2. So we're going to be we're up now to a 6 to a 2. And we get it. So we break the fog. Get the last clue. And we're going to move to the museum halls. Alright. Enemy phase. There are none. Upkeep. Oh, we drew Cover Up. Revelation, put Cover Up into play in your threat area with 3 clues on it. When you would discover 1 or more clues at your location, discard that many clues from Cover Up instead. When the game ends, if there are any clues on Cover Up, you suffer 1 mental trauma. Crap. And I have that cursed luck on me too. I'll have to try to use Unexpected Courage to break it. Okay, Carolyn. Foolishness. Don't know if we'll be able to heal Foolishness this game. It's something I will always try to do, but it's always good for the two pips as well. Okay. Mythos. 4 Doom, turn 5, we're almost there. Roland gets Passage into the Veil. Test 3 willpower. This test has +2 difficulty if the hunting horror is at your location. If you fail, you must either choose one, discard the top 5 cards of your deck, or take 1 direct damage and heal 1 damage, and deal 1 damage to each of your ally assets. Okay. I don't mind taking the damage. So we're a 2 to a 3. Alright, so take 1 direct damage, and Lita gets 1. Locked door. Attached to the location with the most clues, and without a locked door attached, the attached location cannot be investigated. Come on. Action test. 4 fight to break down the door, or 4 agility to pick the locks. If you succeed, discard the locked door. Well, at least that's something Roland can break down. Okay, we're gonna have Roland go first for sure this time. So for an action, we're gonna try to break down that door. We're gonna be a 7 to a 4, more of a 6 to a 4 with cursed luck. Okay, cool. So don't fail, but we get rid of cursed luck. And we break down the door. I think it's worth it for Roland to try to investigate here, even though... Yeah, we should be fine. So, investigate. Fail. Investigate. Of course. Carolyn's gonna move over. She will investigate. 6 to a 2. And she'll investigate. Okay, well, we tried. We're gonna bank on a 1 shroud location coming up, hopefully. Upkeep. Roland gets Bandolier, which is good. Carolyn gets Read the Signs, which is good. Why do I have a feeling Carolyn shouldn't have gained resources somewhere? I probably gave them both resources there. So I'll probably take 1 away now, which kind of defeats the purpose of things earlier, but we don't want to redo everything. Okay. We're now at turn 6. Agenda 1B, a creature of the void. From the shadows of the museum's halls, a terrible creature slithers forth, long and serpentine and propelled by black leathery wings. If the hunting horror is in play, add 1 doom to it. If the hunting horror is not in play, search the encounter deck, discard pile, and the void for the hunting horror, spawn it in the museum halls, if able. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Okay. He was actually the next card. That's funny. Okay, so the hunting horror spawns in the museum halls. So this is a weird one, right? So the hunting horror spawned from the back of this card, right? So we do that. If hunting horror is not in play, blah, 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 right? So we put it here. And we take these cards. We shuffle them in. So the hunting horror spawned from the void is a 2 fight, 3 health, 2 evade monster elite. It's a hunter with retaliate. Force at the start of the enemy phase, reveal a random token from the chaos bag. If the reveal token is one of the symbols, ready hunting horror. Force when hunting horror leaves play, place it in the void. Now at the front of this card here, if the hunting horror came in, he would get a shadow spawned over resource, right? But he didn't. This was flipped over. But then Agenda 2A has the same ability, so does that mean it gets the shadow spawn attached now? I don't think so. I forget what we did the first time. Like, every time I've played this, I don't remember. Usually we just breeze through this one. Grim Rule? For those who don't know, the Grim Rule is like, if you don't know exactly what to do, you just choose the worst option. I honestly don't think it gets attached because it came out because of this. So I'm gonna go play it like that. If that's wrong, please let me know. Alright, so now we move on to Agenda 2A. Shadows Deepen. The shadows in the museum grow and become darker. As the shadows lengthen and shift, they begin to suggest the sinewy body of an uncanny creature darting at the periphery of your awareness. Force. When the hunting horror enters play, attach the set-aside copy of ShadowSpawn to it, or add one resource to ShadowSpawn if it's already attached. Okay. Alright, so it's just chilling. Okay. So that was just the mythos. Now we have to draw our encounters. Visions of futures past. Alright, well we've had that once before, but I don't think we can buff ourselves up this time. So, a skull. It's -1, which means we have to discard 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Damn. Okay, Carolyn. Beyond the Veil. Sure, he has Beyond the Veil. Passage into the Veil. Test 3 willpower. The test has +2 difficulty if the hunting horror is at your location. Right, we've had this card before. Okay. We are a 4 to a 3. I think we'll just leave it at that. Yikes. Okay. Maybe that wasn't a good choice. Oh, that kills Peter? Oh, shit. I didn't think that through. That sucks. This is not looking good for Carolyn. Alright. Okay, so we're gonna have Roland go first. So Roland's gonna move. Well, actually, hold on. Let's play Pathfinder instead of move. And then Pathfinder to move. So he moves into the middle, gauges the hunting horror, spends a bullet, gains a resource. Because it's a monster, Lita gives us 1 extra damage if we hit. So we are a 7 to a 2. And it's dead. So it goes into the void. Which it will just say is right here. Okay, so Pathfinder, move, fight. I guess we'll open up this exhibit hall. Yeah, we'll go into this exhibit hall. Exhibit hall, the Athabascan exhibit. Has 1 shroud, 0 clues. Force after you enter this location, lose all of your remaining actions and immediately end your turn. While you're in this location, you get +2 agility. Strange chill fills this hall, as if the climate of the Alaskan wilderness has traveled, along with the artifacts on display. Well, we found our 1 shroud location. Alright, Carolyn will do a move. Spend 2 clues. And she'll go down. Do they all say the same thing on the back? Yeah. What alluring artifacts are displayed inside? Do they too hold a sinister secret? Okay, exhibit hall, Hall of the Dead. Force, after you fail skill test while investigating this location, take 1 horror. I need no reminder of my mortality. I know my death is imminent. Okay. This is the perfect place for Carolyn to go. Sorry, I keep coughing. Okay. And that's that. No enemies. Upkeep. Gain a resource. Yes, I drew a card. Draw a card. Oh, there we go. Gain a resource. I can play another one. Okay, that's the upkeep. Mythos. Alright. I think we're going at a pretty decent speed, but we'll do our best. Obscuring fog. attached to your location. And you will forever stay there in the Athabascan exhibit. Uh-oh, Crypt Shell. Test 4 willpower. If you fail, choose and discard 1 asset you control. If you cannot, take 2 damage instead. I'll pitch foolishness because I really don't want to lose anything. So it's a 6 to a 4. Okay. Alright, and we're back. Well, let's start with Carolyn. So the shroud in that location is a 3, and we're a 6. So let's go ahead and just do... do we flashlight? No, we'll do regular. 6 to 3. And Carolyn. 6 to 3. And we'll do 6 to 3. Wow, Carolyn. Okay. Roland is going to pathfind up. We're going to spend 2 clues to get a new location out. So we pathfinded. We're going to go into this new location. Alright. We have gone into the Medusa exhibit. After you fail a skill test here while investigating this location, discard an asset you control. Holy crap. Not ready for that. I think for my last action, I'm going to play the Bandolier. Yep. While investigating, it just had to double check it said while investigating. Okay. Okay, that was a quick turn. No enemies. Upkeep. Draw card. Gain resource. Shortcut's great. Draw card. Good. Gain resource. I'd like to draw that first aid. That'd be great. Okay, Mythos. Doom. Turn. Lead investigator. Arcane barrier. Crap. As an additional cost, move into or out of your location. Test 4 willpower. If successful, discard arcane barrier. Otherwise, you must either cancel the effects of the move or discard the top 5 cards you deck. Crap. Oh, I can take the initiative to try to break the barrier. Okay. Carolyn? Ephemeral exhibits. Test 3 intellect. If you fail, lose 1 action for each point you fail by. Yikes. Are you watching the exhibits or are the exhibits watching you? Okay, I'm a 6 to a 3. I lose an action. Wow. That's incredible. Well, we were going to use Roland first anyway. We are going to use Take the Initiative. You can only use it on the first action. So we will be a 7 to a 4. To move. We'll use Pathfinding to move. Okay, we break it, thank Christ. And we move out. We're going to spend 2 clues on another exhibit. Okay. And we're going to move to the new exhibit. What alluring artifacts are displayed inside? Do they, too, hold sinister secrets? The exhibit hall, nature exhibit. 4. After you enter this location, discard 2 cards from your hand at random. Nothing about this exhibit is natural. I only have 2 cards in my hand. Oh, that sucks. Okay, well, last turn I'm gonna draw a card. Oh. Oh my. Okay, Carolyn, let's investigate. 6 to a 3. That is -1. We get a clue. And we're gonna spend 2 experience, 2 resources to play read this side. Or hold on. I know this place exists, so maybe I'll save it for that. Oh yeah, okay. We'll do normal. Oh, but when you go in, you might lose this, so it doesn't even matter. Okay, fine. We'll play it here. So that is a 10. Okay, we get both the clues. Okay, and that's an experience, or that's a victory point, which equals experience. Okay, that's that turn. No enemies. Upkeep. Draw a card. Oh, magnifying glass is good. Gain resource. Draw a card. Gain a resource. Mythos phase. Alright. Cursed luck. Roland needs some help. Slithering behind you. If hunting horror is in play, add 1 to it. If hunting horror is not in play, search the encounter deck, discard pile and void, and spawn at your location. Engage with you, shuffle the encounter deck. Da-da-da. Alright, so now we attach Shadow Spawn. Which gives, so Shadow Spawn gives it +1 fight, +1 health, +1 evade. Okay. So now it's a 3/4/3. That's fun. So Roland has to go save her. So we'll use Pathfinder to move up. We'll spend 3 to play custom ammunition. Okay, so put that here. Then we'll move in. Oops. Move in and shoot. Because we should be dealing 4 damage if we hit. So we are a 7 to a 3. Cool. Curse luck is gone. And we kill the hunting horror. For now. No clues to get, sadly, but we did our job. Okay, Carolyn is going to move. Does she care about losing anything in her hand? So we'll move here. She can go down here. So move, investigate. Yep, she gets it. 6 to a 2. Okay. Alright. Enemy phase, none. Upkeep phase. I gotta remember to flip these. Okay. Draw a card. Gain resource. Draw a card. Gain resource. No stone on turn, it's not bad. Alright, Mythos. Push into the beyond. Choose and shuffle a non-story asset you control into your deck and discard the top 3 cards of your deck. If a copy of that asset is discarded, take 2 horror. I will choose the Hallowed Mirror. So, how does this work? Okay, so I gotta put the soothing melodies back. 2 of them are here. And one's there. Okay, then we shuffle. That's 1, 2, 3. Kinda shitty. Okay. Visions of Futures Past. Test 5 willpower. So we've seen this one before. I think I'll commit Preposterous Sketches. And I'll commit No Stone Unturned. So I'm a 6 to a 5. Right, so I have to discard 1 card. Okay. Not the worst. Okay, how does Roland get rid of this? So we'll have Carolyn go first. She investigates. That does nothing for us, sadly. So she gets a clue. That's another victory point. She will move. We'll play Peter. Okay. Roland's going to Pathfind to get over here. Spend 2 clues to get a exhibit. We'll spend another 2 clues to get the other one out. So we don't have to do that anymore. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Alright. I accidentally flipped this one earlier. Because this is the restricted hall. Cool. While hunting horrors at this location cannot be investigated. Exhibit not yet open for viewing. It's worth a victory point. Okay. Pathfind. Look, exhibit, move. Okay. Alright. We entered the exhibit hall. Act 2B, the guard's fate. When you enter the restricted hall, you find the curator of the museum clutching an ornate statue as if it were a club. His suit stained with blood, a panicked expression on his face. The security guard you saw earlier lies in a pool of blood nearby, his intestines strewn about in a grotesque display. Your stomach turns, and you resist the urge to vomit. I tried to stop, but... the curator says, quietly, his voice quivering. Whatever did this, it's still nearby. Choose an investigator to take control of the set-aside Harold Walstead asset. Alright, well, if we get to choose, let's read them. Harold Walstead, curator of the museum. You get +2 to investigate while investigating Miskatonic locations. Which is all of them. Great. Forrest, when Harold Walstead leaves play, remove him from the game and add 1 token to the chaos bag for the remainder of the campaign. Yikes. Okay. I think this has to go to Roland. Only because he really needs the help when investigating for this cover up, right? So he can actually stay where he is and he'll always be 2 up. It's not perfect, but Okay, search the encounter deck, discard pile and void in all place for the hunting horn, place it in the exhibit hall. Ready. And then advanced stack 3A. Well, that means that's going to be with us. We got to put a resource on him. So now he's even stronger. Okay. A. Searching for the tome. Somewhere in this area is Orlas's Wormius Latin translation of the Necronomicon. You must find it and escape while you can. If there are no clues remaining in the exhibit hall, advance. Alright, well, that in itself isn't the hardest thing to do, it seems. And we have a few turns. I hope. So. That was the end of the turn, right. Enemy face. Roland is going to take... let's put it on Lita. She'll be at 2, 1. Does he deal extra damage? No, he's just harder to kill. Okay. That is the enemy phase. Upkeep. Draw a card. And there's weakness. Gain a resource. Draw a card. There we go. This is good, actually, for her. But we'll see where we go from here. Mythos. Okay. Roland. Push into the beyond. Shuffle. Choose and shuffle a non-story asset you control to your deck. Discard the top 3 cards of your deck. If a copy of the asset is discarded, take 2 horror. I guess it's Pathfinder, because we won't be needing it. Hallowed Mirror. Poop. Pathfinder. Prepared for the worst. Okay. Thanks. Pushed to the beyond. Twist of Fate. We've seen that before. Oh, it's a positive number. Nothing happens. Alright. It's a very important turn here. Can Carolyn help killing this thing? She can. Is it worth it? To have Roland be able to get rid of this cover-up? Yeah, because she only needs to leave 1 clue in here for him. Okay. So, Carolyn will move down. Oh, she doesn't have the money. Oh, of course she does. Okay, fine. Carolyn stays up here. For 1, we'll play Painkillers. 2, use Painkillers to swap that around. Then 3rd turn. Wait. And put it on Peter. And then I'll do that. There we go. Alright, roll inside. Spend a bullet. Shoot the damn thing. So that's -3. So we are a 7? 7 to a 4. So that's a hit. Which deals 4 damage, but I think it's still alive. Yes. We have to hit it again. But do I spend a bullet? I mean, I got a lot. Yeah. Good thing I did. Alright. And then Roland is going to investigate. So we are at a +2, so we're actually a 5 to a 3. Cool. So we got rid of 1 on cover-up, and that'll be his turn. Okay, not bad. No enemies. Draw card. Gain a resource. Draw card. Gain a resource. Gotta get that key beast into play. Alright, we are 6 of 7. Arcane barrier. Well, don't think he's gonna move out of there. Cursed luck. That is fine. Okay. Carolyn is going to... Do I care about the cards in my hand? Because I can try to go get that victory point. Clean it up. Yeah, let's try to get the victory point. We'll be greedy. So... Oh, sorry, not that one. This one. Discard 2 cards. Okay, that works out. Alright, so we are investigating a 5. I'll push it up to 7 to 4. Cool. So Curse Luck is gone. We get a clue. I'll investigate again. How many Elder Signs has she done just for investigating? It's fine, but like, what the... Alright. Roland, investigate. What did we say it was? 5 to a 3. Damn, son. Oh! Also, we get to get rid of one of these. We killed the hunting horror in this location. Tap his ability. Haha. I'm smart. Okay. Investigate again. It's -1. Investigate a final time. Crushing it. Okay. I say that now. Okay. Draw a card. Gain a resource. Oh, I didn't play the key. Draw a card. Gain a resource. It's a new turn, but we flip this. Hunted down, Agenda 2B. The creature does not relent, pursuing you throughout the museum. It's not in play, so we don't add Doom to it. If the hunting horror is not in play, search the encounter deck, discard pile, void, spawn in the museum halls if available, shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. So last time it had to be spawned in that room. But this time, it's in the halls. And it gets another resource. So it's harder to kill. Okay. It's a hunter, so it will hunt next turn. Twist of Fate. We know what Twist of Fate does. That is a 2 horror. So I was at 3. I gotta kill Lita. Yikes. Alright. And Terror from Beyond. Choose events. Okay, cool. That card's always weird in 2-player. Alright. Carolyn. Investigate. That will not do. Investigate. That will do. Oh. Does it have a prey condition? It doesn't, so stay there. How do we escape? No clues in the exhibit hall. I think we're going to leave this one behind. Okay, Roland. I'm going to put in the Ooh, wait. I'm going to play the magnifying glass. Because I have bandolier. Totally should have been doing that the whole time. Sorry for those screaming at me. So that gives us, we're a 6 to a 3 to investigate. Alright. So we get the... So we got the Medusa exhibit, the nature exhibit, and the restricted hall. Okay, let's advance. Act 3B, the Necronomicon. At last you find the locked case containing the Necronomicon. The tome, over 800 pages in length, is filled with all manner of macabre imagery, formulae, spells, prophecies, and descriptions of creatures beyond the threshold of space. Without a doubt, it is a dangerous book, but its secrets could be very useful. The investigators must decide, choose one. It's too dangerous to keep around, we have to destroy it, R1, or it's too valuable to destroy, we have to keep it safe. Well, for those who don't know much about Arkham Horror, this book is very special, in one way or another. I want to keep it. A lot of people just will just straight up destroy it, and there are some negatives to taking it, obviously, but we're crazy, and we're gonna do it. I say it's too valuable to destroy. We need to keep it safe. R2. The Necronomicon is more than just a book. It is a tool. Within its pages is a wealth of information about the forces and creatures you have encountered. Knowing how useful it could be in your endeavors, how could you possibly bring yourself to destroy it? Besides, as long as you keep the book safely in your possession, you will still be foiling those who wish to use it for nefarious purposes. In your campaign log, record that the investigators took custody of the Necronomicon. The investigators have earned the Necronomicon Olas Wormius translation card. Any one investigator may choose to add the Necronomicon to his or her deck. This card does not count towards that investigator's deck size. You have given in to the temptation of power. Add 1 Elder Thing token to the Chaos bag for the remainder of the campaign. Which I'm going to be on that bag. I can't believe how wrong it was. Like, it was really wrong. So, I'm glad we fixed that, like, what, turn 3? And then each investigator earns experience equal to the victory X value of each card in the victory display. Alright. So the next one is the train, my friends. Which is always a fun one. So we earned ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4 experience. It's not too bad. What was this one? It was another victory point location. The Egyptian one. Cool. Alright, so... yeah, 1, 2... wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4... Right, okay. All the Dead, Nature, Exhibit, Medusa. Okay. Cool. So let's write that in. Oh, we have a few things to write in. Okay, so... oh, I didn't fill this out. Carol, Lynn, Fern. I put that in the wrong spot. Oh! Such a klutz today. Alright, so Doom approaches twice. Yes. So, oh yeah, who's gonna get the Necronomicon? Where are you? the Necronomicon. You get +1 investigate and gain 2 resources. I say we give this to Roland. We gave him Henry so he could gain more resources. But do we give him Necronomicon as well? But the thing is, without the Bandolier, he can't get out half his stuff anyway. So do we just give it to Carolyn because she could do more with it? I think so. So we'll give Carolyn the Necronomicon. So we'll just put it there for now. Right, what are the things we have to record? Took custody of Necronomicon. And I'll say Carolyn. Okay, reminding myself that we added an Elder Thing token. And earned 4 EXP. Cool. So let's get that token all set up, because we're going to be using this for a while. When I say this, I mean, like, I'm not going to have to, like, redo the board state again, like I did, because I just wanted to make sure these 1000 Shapes of Horror cards are in here. Okay. All right. Excellent. Okay. So, we have 4 experience to meddle with for both. Now, Carolyn had 2 left over from the last one. I'm debating also giving her stick to the plan. But I'm trying to remember, what would she be able to attach to it? So she would be able to put, I think, Ever Vigilant, Emergency Cash, maybe some other stuff. I'd have to double check. Teamwork, probably. Some interesting stuff. Maybe some of the other ones. Don't know. And then Roland with 4 experience. We might upgrade the other Vicious Blow and maybe finally upgrade the 45 automatic so it's not so useless every time I see it. Yeah, I think that's good. Can't believe I had the key of East and I went through the whole thing without needing to play it. Like, if I had played it, I took a little bit of horror, but then, yeah, okay, so that would have, like, pumped me up like crazy. But that's the thing, you get those super powerful stuff later. You just do what you can, right? Okay, I think that's it. I mean, the next one is the Essex County Express. Now, I have 2 ideas here, and hopefully someone will respond with what they think. Over here they have something called the side missions, but this also includes, I believe, the normal scenario packs, like Murder at the Excelsior Hotel, Guardians of the Abyss, things like that. What I'm thinking, 2 ideas. The first one is a known idea, and the second one is a little on the fence. So the first one is, the next, in story terms, it's been night, right? We spent the day looking for Professor Rice in extracurricular activity, and we spent the evening in The House Always Wins, and we spent the night searching Miskatonic Museum. Essex County Express happens the next day, so I don't know if there's a benefit to this, but we could play Murder at the Excelsior Hotel in between as a place to stay for the night before we leave on the train the next day. That's the potential known quantity. I don't know if there's any good earned assets for that, or high chance of getting more not penalties, but more trauma. But then again, if we do that, I think you have to pay experience to go into them. So that might change how we upgrade the decks and whatnot. But we'll see. We'll see. So if people want to see Carolyn and Roland go into murder at the Excelsior Hotel, give me a shout. The unknown quantity is there's a ton of fan scenarios here. And I don't know which ones will take place in Arkham. There is a hotel here. I don't know if it's in Arkham or things like that, but I'll quickly look up some of these and see if any of these are flavor-wise something we could slot in at this point, because this whole Dunwich Legacy, I believe, takes place over 2 days. So like this is day 1, and I think this is literally day 2. Maybe this might be its own thing, so it might be like day 1. This is a lost day, and then this all takes place in a day. Something like that. So, story-wise, maybe we could slot it in. Who knows? So please get back to me if you've played any of these side missions, like against the Wendigo, the approaching storm, blood spilled in Salem. Like, I don't know how many of these actually take place in Arkham, but that's why I was leaning on the hotel, because it kind of fits in. But then here's Grand Oak Hotel, like, you know, I don't know if any of these other ones kind of take place in a similar... Is that Batman? Anyway. If anyone have played any of these and you think I could slot them in, let me know. They look really cool. Like, what's this? Okay. Anyway, I've been Shadow. I know we had that little hiccup on turn 3, but I hope I didn't make too many mistakes towards the end. I am going to just continue on with this, unless I made some like terrible, huge mistake that's like you should really redo it. I think it turned out okay. No trauma this time around, and I'll have it properly set up for everyone next time with the trauma and mental, and I'll make sure the bag stays the same. It should. I'm going to just save the board as is once I clean it up. Okay. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Please give me some help. Actually, you know what? I'll say goodbye straight after this, but I just want to check one thing. I'm wondering how much experience it is. Counter deck. Lead deck, sweep balcony, campaign guide. Yeah, that's what I want. How much experience? Whoa. How do I flip it? I'm trying to... I hit 2 to, like, change the page? Oh. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Side story campaign. It costs 3 experience to do the side story, huh? Alright, maybe I'll do some research to see, like, what's the minimum you can get out of it? Because, like, well, I know the minimum is 0, but I mean, like, the average, maybe, or highest. And because if we can walk out of here with 3 experience, even if we don't get any assets or anything, it could be fun, potentially. But I'll look to you guys to see what you say. Okay, I'm in Shadow. Actually leaving this time. I think I might edit this video down for a few of the slowdown points. Because I'm trying to keep these around an hour, but when you're doing two-handed and you have some analysis paralysis, like, yeah. I do my best, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!